Good evening, everyone. My name is Matt Fuller, and I'm a partner with the law firm of Fitzgerald Morris Baker Bird in Glens Falls. We're here tonight for the first candidate debate forum on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce, and we'd like to thank Time Warner Cable Business Class, our sponsor for tonight. The format for the two assembly races for the 113th and 114th districts will be, first we will have the 113th. The current Assemblyman, Mr. Tony Jordan, and Mrs. Carrie Woerner. Then we'll follow up with the 114th with Dan Steck and Dennis Tarantino, and then finally the congressional race tonight. The format will be a opening statement, and then we'll have a couple questions with an answer and a rebuttal, and then a follow-up response. And that'll take the form of a 3-minute opening statement, 2 minutes for the answer, 1 minute for a rebuttal, and 30 seconds on a response. The questions for tonight were developed by Chamber staff and the board, and have to do with issues and policy decisions that could affect small businesses, as you might imagine. Before we get started, because it was a topic, I just wanted to have a quick disclaimer about my role. I didn't develop the questions, and certainly party affiliations and things aside, this is a Chamber of Commerce event, and I would not ever imagine trying to influence any debate or decision on my own by any means here tonight. So my role here is to ask questions and hopefully solicit some good answers from everybody in attendance. With that, we're going to start. We drew out back cards for the order for tonight. And for the first debate, the opening will be by Mr. Jordan, and then the follow-up opening will be by Ms. Woerner. Mr. Jordan.
Great, thank you, Matt. I'd like to thank first Peter Austin, the entire Chamber staff and membership for putting on this forum tonight, and thank you all for showing up on such a beautiful evening. 4 years ago, I was asked and given the opportunity to run for the Assembly, and people asked, why would you want to go to work in a state that was in the condition New York was in? And I took the same approach then that I do in my business. If you offer real solutions, we will get real results. And think back to what New York was like. We had 20 years of late budgets with out of control spending. In 2002, our state budget was $98 billion. By 2010, that had ballooned to $132 billion, far outpacing the rate of inflation. And it was spending that was out of control, which had begun to define New York State. Think back to just 3 years ago. Then Governor Patterson was sending out news statements saying, I don't think we can make our weekly payments. We were delaying payments to contractors who had done work for the state. We were in a fiscal mess. We were closing parks. We were faced with a crisis like we had never seen before. The answer was a $12 billion increase in our budget at a time we could ill afford. I continue to carry the message, though, that we can do better than that. We have the ability to live within our means, like our own homes are. Everyone in this room has to balance a budget, and at the state, we should be no different. We took the approach that we can and must do better. What have we seen? In the last 2 years, we have 2 on-time budgets. Now, we should never congratulate ourselves for doing our job. But what's different about those budgets, in addition to being on time, they maintained spending at almost a flat level. We had no broad-based tax increases, and we actually closed a $13.5 billion deficit. We showed what could be done when people worked together and found common ground and a real result. Since then, we've delivered real relief and taken real steps to make New York a better place to live and work and raise a family. We've right-sized government. We've flattened out spending like it's never been done in the past 20 years. We passed an historic tax cap, which people said could not be done. We passed meaningful ethics reform. 2 years ago, Assemblywoman Sayward and I called on then Governor Patterson to remove a time-honored tradition that everyone said we would never get rid of, and that is pork or member items. We successfully removed that from the budget, and it is not returned. It shows that during difficult times, our legislators should act accordingly. I look forward to hearing your questions, and I'm excited everyone is here this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Good evening. I'd like to also thank Peter Ost and the entire chamber for the opportunity to meet you tonight. And I look forward to a vibrant discussion. My name is Carrie Woerner. I'm running for the 113th Assembly District because I believe that the men and women of this district need a representative who will be more effective at delivering results for the communities of Saratoga and Washington County. I've had a successful career over nearly 30 years in the private sector, first with IBM, and now I run the software division of a small publishing company in Saratoga Springs. I'm proud to say that we are profitable and growing, creating local jobs for local people. I'm serving in my third term as a trustee in the village of Round Lake within the town of Malta. Over my tenure, we have held the line on spending and controlled taxes. Heck, in fact, I even voted to get rid of my own salary. I also serve on the Malta Planning Board, where I'm involved in reviewing and approving plans for the Luke DeForest Technology Campus. Additionally, I'm an active volunteer with the Wilton Food Pantry and a member of the Board of Directors of Saratoga Arts. I'm running for this seat because I recognize that for the interests of our community to be best served, we need to have a legislator who will be in a position to get things done. Look, gas prices are still too high, local school districts are on the verge of insolvency, unfunded mandates are still driving up local taxes, and onerous regulation is stifling job growth. Let's be honest, the downstate Democratic majority controls the New York State Assembly. We cannot continue to send representatives who have no voice in that body. It only serves to limit our opportunities as a region. We need a loud voice in the majority representing us. As a Democrat, I will work with the majority to bring the focus back to the economy and the needs of upstate. I also know that it is crucial to work with members of both parties to best address the issues critical to our communities. I'm a practical woman, and I will seek pragmatic solutions and will work with whoever I have to get things done. Why? Because I see this job as being about public service, not about politics. In the private sector, we don't hand out rewards for effort. We hand out rewards for results. My campaign is about delivering real results, not about taking credit for Governor Cuomo's policies. I'm interested in working with and for the communities of the 113th Assembly District and hope to have your support on Election Day, November 6th. Thank you.